This clip is brought to you by SaveWithConrad.com. It's Conrad Thompson, and you're listening to Arn right here on Westwood One. And of course, we couldn't be here without the man of the hour, the founder of the Four Horsemen, the Hall of Famer himself, Double A, Arn Anderson. Arn, how are you, man?
Conrad, I am honored to be in the presence, at least on the microphone, with not only the hardest working man in showbiz, the hardest working man in any business.
Oh, whatever. I appreciate you saying that. You're too kind.
Nope, I think it's the truth, and I don't think people realize how hard you work and how many irons you got in the fire. And you know, you're trying to bring this product with the podcast and everything, you know, to the people of Europe as well as, you know, God knows where else. And, you know, you've developed a following of people that are very appreciative, including me. And I don't think we thank you enough. So thank you.
Wow. Well, thank you for saying that. I appreciate that. And thank you for joining us here on the show today and taking time out of your busy schedule. Of course, we're coming off an unbelievable show last week in Atlanta. We told everybody to watch in Atlanta. We promised a big AEW cage match with Wardlow and Cody, and now the chips have fallen where they may. This is the go home show this week, and then next week, or I guess this weekend now, it's pay-per-view time. You guys are going to be in Atlanta, and we're going to see MJF and Cody come to a head. We know where you stand on this. What type of match should we expect this weekend?
Well, yeah, and I think that the big shocker is, you know, ever since day one when Cody decided he was going to solicit my services as a coach, everybody, not everybody, but let me just put it this way, a fair share of people have been waiting for the other shoe to drop. Never trusted Anderson. Cody, you know what he did to your dad. You know what he did to your brother. Can't trust him. God knows it's going to go down in Atlanta. And it didn't. So I'm very happy to say that I told people in advance, this was a new day. This is a new thought process. Cody didn't offer me a job. He didn't give me a job. I don't need a job, and I don't want a job. What he did offer me was to join him and be a support to him, as well as everyone else in AEW, from Tony Khan to the Bucks, you know, to everyone that's a part of that, you know, upper crust, as well as the talent and all the production people, be a part of that industry that is going to, in my opinion, be the company over the next 10, maybe 20 years. And he asked me if I wanted to be a part of that. And absolutely, I love this business. I think everyone knows. So I accepted, and Atlanta came and went, and we're still intact.
Yeah, I was not surprised. I'll be honest. I know that the relationship you formed with Cody is real, and I wasn't expecting any shenanigans. I was expecting a spectacle. I was expecting some violence, and man, we got that in spades, and it all comes to a head this weekend. MJF, Cody Rhodes. This is what Cody's been looking forward to since Baltimore, is it not?
Yes, it is. And before we go forward, you know, I've been dropped on my head a few times. Kenny Omega is another one of those guys that has been here from the very beginning, is in a position to make a difference in the company, and he's doing a hell of a job. And I just forgot. I had a brain fart. I apologize for that. I've tried to include everybody in, and now we can move forward. Repeat that question, please, sir.
Well, we're just talking this weekend. Revolution on pay-per-view. You can join it on Fight or your local cable provider. I think most of the world, all of our international listeners, are going to be watching the big pay-per-view this weekend in Chicago on Fight.tv. And I'm sure Michael Weber is rolling in a mattress filled with cash right now, because everybody is ready to see this big payoff, the big blow off. Can Cody Rhodes get revenge on MJF after what happened in Baltimore?
Well, you know, one of the mistakes that Cody made was one that a lot of men make. You know, when he agreed to the 10 lashes, he was letting his ego, do his thinking and make his decisions for him when he didn't really think it through. And that would have been a good time to ask me what I thought. But hey, he proved he's a hell of a man, and he stood in there and he took it. Now we're going to have a one-on-one scenario with him and Max. Max is good. A lot of guys don't understand. A lot of wrestling fans don't understand. And to a very small degree, there was a time when I would have looked at Max and said, you know what? I may have a double Stoli Seabreeze with that asshole, because he's my kind of asshole. The guy says what he thinks. He's got a lot of guts. He's got a lot of ability. Problem is, he is young, and he's young in the business. And you tend to lead with your chin in a lot of scenarios when you're young in the business because you think you're indestructible. Cody, who's a young man as well, but is seasoned. He's a veteran. He's been around a while. And he's been in the mix with top guys in top scenarios. And every kind of match there's ever been, Cody's been a part of. This is just going to be a wrestling match. And it's going to be hey, who has more talent, who doesn't blow a gasket and get off of his game plan. We've got to account for the big guy out on the outside, because what we did find out in Atlanta is the guy is a monster. He's going to have to be seasoned. He's going to have to add a few things to his knowledge and repertoire. You can't just survive on size and strength in this industry. You got to have cardio going for you. You got to have a thought process. You got to be able to react to things, not in a blow your gasket angry way, but in a plausible, feasible solution type way. And he's got to do some thinking before he does his acting. And once this guy puts it all together, he's somebody for the future that's going to be, it's going to be good. He's going to be a force. He's going to make a difference. In this particular scenario, though, we're going to just narrow it down to it's going to be Max and it's going to be versus Cody, and we're just going to see who's got the most moxie.
Well, we'll find out this weekend on pay-per-view. Don't forget to see Arn. He's going to be there, of course, seconding the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, and we hope you'll check it out and support all of our co-hosts here on the show, because I can't believe it. 60% of my folks are now with AEW. Tony Schiavone and Jim Ross going to be on the call. You're in Cody's corner. It's going to be a big weekend. Order it on pay-per-view right now, and it's sold out. That's your only place to take a look. But hey, it's Conrad Thompson. Thanks for checking out the podcast here on YouTube. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell so you get a notice anytime we upload some new content. And go save yourself some money right now. If you're in a 30-year loan or you have credit card debt, it's not a matter of if I can save you money. It's a matter of how much. Find out right now for free at SaveWithConrad.com.